Okay, so I have one last rainbow swirl line to get done before Christmas, so I'm going to work on that now. I put my epoxy on a bit ago, maybe 15-20 minutes ago, so it might be getting a little set up by now. It's my KS resin liquid stone, so it does have a little bit longer of a working time, but I didn't want it super thin on this one because I want to see if I can get better control of the movement. So we'll see if that helps. I didn't want a thin viscosity for this one. I'm going to use most of the Pinata Exciter pack, except for my red. On this one, I'm going to go ahead and use Tim Holtz Crimson. And I have my white Pinata Blanco Blanco. Any colors, any brand will do. I think sometimes people get too hung up on using or trying to use the same exact colors. But the Pinata Exciter pack has everything but a red. So if you're new to inks, it's actually a really good starter pack. Why it doesn't have a red is absolutely beyond me. But it's got all the other colors, a black, a gold, and a bottle of white. So if you're looking to get into inks, I highly recommend that as a starter pack. I'm going to do a couple drops of my blue to go over the bottom. I think there's a little hair right there. I'll have to watch as that comes around. Wear gloves when you're playing with the inks because they get messy. Or for me at least, they get super messy. And I probably could have let this spin a little longer because I can already see how much movement I have going on. Without actually moving it or any heat, even before I get to my white. I'm going to put quite a lot of yellow in here. My yellow and my green, especially on this particular shape tumbler, always get taken right over. So I'm going to see if I can maintain that a little bit. And I'm just going to start dripping my white on. If you've not seen one of these before, the white sinks under the color and pushes the color to the top. That's where this effect comes from. No, the Tim Holtz Snowcat Mixative will not work for this purpose. Don't even bother to try it. You're just gonna get yourself frustrated and waste time and product. Look for a white that's a sinker white. Let's Resin has one. The Pinata Blanco Blanco is my go-to. I want to say it's the Let's Resin is the one that's the deeper white. That's what you're looking for. You don't want a white that's going to mix in or just sit on top. You want it to go under the color. That is crucial. So I'm basically just covering up the white that's left and kind of giving my inks a minute to mingle on their own and potentially start evaporating before I put any heat to this, because I am not going to use a heat gun. I am only going to use a torch and natural movement. I do want a little bit more pink at the top over there. I think I need one more drop of red when that comes around. So I'm kind of liking what it's doing on its own. So I'm just going to tilt it down a little bit and see if it'll move at all. And some spots are going to move a tiny bit, so that's okay. I did see that hair again, so I'm going to take just a little piece of a stick and watch for that. Got her. I actually, like, barely want this to move. This is almost exactly what I want. So, I'm just going to give a couple of short, controlled blasts of my torch. And I'm going to tilt up a minute. And see, it's not really moving. And I don't really want it moving a ton. So I'm going to hold it down a minute. On this one I want some more of that black showing through. If I torch it while it's facing down, it's going to push it some. Same thing where if I torch it when it's this direction, it's going to push it that way. It's going to open up a little bit of cell in that yellow. But that's about it for I see for cell formation. Okay, so I want to put a drop of green on that yellow. And right here. I don't really want the white showing. I don't want to lose all my yellow either, so. And I'm actually going to stop and turn the direction of flow here in a minute. So, drop a red on that one. I'm going to drop an orange here. I'm okay with a little bit of white, I just don't want a ton. I don't want to mess with that because that looks really cool. Hopefully that'll hold. So, I think that's it. We're just going to let it spin. I think this is the closest of the three of these I've done to the original cup. So, I'm pretty happy with it. I think it looks pretty cool. I've got all the color. The bottom's mostly purple. So, we're just going to let it spin out. And I'm going to bring you down for a close-up in a bit when it's done. I am going to turn the direction. So, that is it. I will be back for a close-up. So here's this one. It's done moving. It's not done dry though, so I don't really want to touch it. but I will bring it up to your level so you can see how it looks. Looks pretty good if I do say so myself. And I just want to show you the other two. This one's completely different. This had huge swoops running up and down. Lost a lot of the yellow and orange and stuff. Except for that side had quite a bit of orange. And then this was that first one we did. I know we did this one together. We did not do that other one I showed together. But just for a side-by-side of how very, very different the same technique can come out. So that's it. Thank you for watching.